him. In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. We're scoreless after 1. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
Robert Woods. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Breeze now. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. A first down carry now for Miller. And down he goes, taking it inside. The 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a gain of 21 yards. Malcolm Jenkins on the tackle. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
180! Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the... 2 for 1. Shit! Blue draw quarter. 50.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Hey, orbit. Here we go.
On 2nd and goal. Goff to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
76.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here's Breeze.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, let's go. Go, Brown.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd.